It took me 2 months to complete 100,000 prostrations, and I didn't just do it once, I did it twice. But numbers are not the point. What I want to share with you is the essence of what I discovered. After my stay in the meditation cave, which I shared in a previous video, I felt inspired to take on a new form of practice. If you're curious about that cave retreat, you can click the link in the description below to check it out. After I left the cave, I began the Ngöndro practice, also known as the preliminaries. But since anytime, anywhere meditation is circular, I'm going to keep it grounded in circular principles. What I'll share today is less about tradition and more about the transformation I experience. As human beings, our sense of self is deeply rooted in body, speech, and mind. We express ourselves through physical actions, verbally, and thoughts or emotions. When we want to grow spiritually or shift deeply ingrained patterns, we have to work at all three levels: body, speech, and mind. The preliminary practices include 100,000 prostrations and 100,000 verbal recitations. But in this video, I will focus mainly on the physical aspect, prostration. In the context of anytime, anywhere meditation, prostrations are more than just ritual movements. They are a powerful way to include the body in our path of transformation. Since this anytime, anywhere approach includes all activities as potential meditation, we use prostrations as intentional physical actions to humble the ego and purify the residue of harmful behaviors like killing, fighting, stealing, or sexual misconduct. It is a practice of aligning the body with moral integrity. Think of it as retraining the body to be more grounded, less reactive, and naturally inclined toward kindness and service. By inviting awareness into the movement of each prostration, just like we would in anytime, anywhere yoga, or even while doing ordinary daily tasks, we create space for genuine transformation. With this awareness, we begin to attune to something deeper, the universal ground we all share, the basic fundamental human wish to be happy and to avoid suffering. That awareness, when embodied, allows us to connect with others in a more meaningful and compassionate way. I started slowly, just 50 prostrations in my first evening session, gradually increasing based on my body's condition. I did 4 sessions a day and eventually worked up to around 2000 prostrations daily. It took me about 2 months to complete 100,000. My first set was done in Dehradun, India, in a guest room offered by my good friend Ngöndro Rinpoche. It was winter, the perfect season for intense physical practice. The routine was simple and repetitive. I began each session with thick winter wear, and as my body got warm up, I gradually removed them. At the end of each day, I'll take a hot shower, a small luxury that made this retreat surprisingly comfortable compared to my earlier cave stay. It wasn't a strict retreat. I would step outside during breaks to enjoy the sunlight and feed the stray dogs that gathered outside. Eventually, they came every day, which, to be honest, became a bit of distraction. My mind would wander to them instead of staying present during my practice. That's one of the reasons why I chose to do a second set of 100,000 prostrations in complete seclusion. During my second set of 100,000 prostrations practice, I stayed entirely inside my room. Meals were delivered through a wooden box outside my retreat door, with no human interaction at all. Even then, I wasn't alone. Monkeys would often try to steal the food, and I had to be quick in collecting my meals from the wooden box before they got to it first. Finishing 100,000 prostrations brought a brief sense of accomplishment, but like all feelings, it was impermanent. The ego returns, challenges resurface, and life goes on. Due to visa restrictions, I had to leave India, as I only had a 6-month tourist visa. So I traveled to Delhi, bought a 3-day, 2-night bus ticket to Kathmandu, Nepal, and renewed my visa at the Indian embassy. The journey was horrendous, chaotic, and uncomfortable. When we reached the border, the police would come onto the bus and begin extorting money from the Tibetan refugees. It was painful to witness, and it reminded me how fragile and unjust worldly systems can be. And here's something I want to be really clear about. You don't need to do 100,000 prostrations to recognize awareness. You don't need to isolate yourself in a cave or complete long retreats to assess what's already within you. The essence of the practice is recognizing that awareness is always available here and now. This innate awareness is the silent backdrop to every thought, every emotion, every perception, and experience. Without it, nothing appears, not even the sense of me. But we often lose touch with it because our attention gets pulled outward into distractions, into thoughts, into striving. So that's the heart essence of anytime, anywhere meditation. Bringing awareness into our everyday life, whether you're washing dishes, walking the dog, replying to an email, or sitting in traffic. This innate awareness is accessible. The outer form of your life may look very different from mine. You might not have time to do 100,000 prostrations, and that's completely okay. But the inner essence is the same and is always available 24/7, always here, always now. Whether we are doing prostrations, speaking, working, or meditation, the essence is to reconnect with awareness, that quiet presence, that divine space beneath all activity. It's not about escaping the world, but about engaging with it from a deeper place, anchored in our innate awareness. So, yes, it took me 2 months to complete each round of 100,000 prostrations, but what I truly gained was a deeper connection to awareness, a connection that doesn't depend on religion or beliefs. If this resonates with you, if you want to bring that light of awareness into your daily life, I invite you to subscribe and be part of this movement. Together, let's illuminate the world one moment of presence at a time.